Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet Town to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've caught 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
Welcome on in, Mighty Munchkin. Hopefully, this is the last mega stream. It is confirmed to be the last mega hunt of September. You're right about that. Good morning, H Gaming. Good to see you, H Gaming. I was looking for you last weekend. I did watch your movie recommendation. I saw You Should Have Left. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Thanks for the recommendation. Good morning, Big Cheese Thrifts, Dragonic, Hassan. What's going on, Hassan? Happy birthday. Ashley Pogo got a shiny pincer. Congratulations. And Marie, hello, hello. Good to see you. Let's get started. We gotta get this Froakie. Yesterday we got the Chespin and a. He's an old man now. All right, so we're gonna do cucumber, and then we're gonna do jumbo sandwich. So we're just gonna do 2 spices. Celebrating with your friends later today? That's awesome. That's really awesome. Let me know if you guys can hear the game audio all right. This is not the same, not the same capture card, not the same dock, yada yada yada, as the Switch 2 that we used yesterday. So let me know if the audio sounds good. Dorian, good morning. Hello from the kids and I. Good morning, Dorian. Dorian, Mr. Dorian Dysart actually sent me a package that arrived in the mail yesterday. I have it sitting right here. You can't see it, but it's right down here on the ground, on the floor. And we're going to open it up in a little bit. Froakie's a hard nose shiny. It is Mighty Munchkin. It's been a while since I've hunted this, so when I set this up on Friday night, I did a little test run. I was able to find one, actually, and it turned out to be a female, which is really cool, so I went ahead and caught it. But yeah, they can be hard. That's also another reason why I wanted to make a jumbo sandwich, just so it pops a little bit more. But let's see if we can find a Froakie. So these are going to appear down here in this area here, and then they're also going to appear up here. And they're also going to appear over here. And this is on the Switch, not the Switch 2, so my radius isn't as big, which actually is good in this case. Pogo gave you a bunch of shinies, but no shiny Ditto. Blitzel, Dunsparce, Slackoth, and Tepig. Holy crap, Anne-Marie, that's a lot. Now, was that your first Dunsparce, or was that a second Dunsparce for you? Alright, no shinies, so let's just reset. I feel very, very confident that we're going to get the Froakie today, so we will be going for the Basculin after we get it. First shiny Dunsparce and Pogo, nice. I already had one from, I think it was the Johto Go Fest. So I've been hoping to get a second one during this event so I can get the shiny to Dunsparce, but I haven't had any luck yet. I haven't gotten any shinies yet this event. But maybe. When does this event end? When is it over? So the thing about Froakie, if you guys haven't hunted for this in Scarlet and Violet yet, is it is a very hard to notice shiny. But it's one of those where like you might question yourself when it's not shiny, but once you see the shiny, it's definitely noticeable. It's just one of those like you're never sure until it actually appears. Your friends come over, we'll be swimming, and then later we'll play some Mario Kart or something. Friends bring a Switch too. Awesome. It's not too hard to notice. Yeah, like once you actually see the shiny, like you'll notice the shiny. But like the way that Froakie's design is, and the fact that it's like so small, like depending on the angle that you look at it, it can appear to be a light blue. So like you have to like move the camera around. You're like, oh no, that's just the regular blue. So like there's a lot of times where I'll question like, is that the shiny? And then I'll get closer and realize no, it's not. But then once the shiny does show up, it's like, oh yeah, there it is. Bag of, yeah, apparently I've got a bag. What event? Mighty Much get the current event with the release of the Dunsparce. It's like a normal based event. There's a lot more dittos. It's been going on since I think Tuesday. Oh, the event ended last night. Dang it, I missed it. Oh well. Found your Grail amiibos yesterday, but the tax was too high. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. I do like it when they just walk right up to you and chill. It's like, oh, let's just make sure you didn't miss any. Well, Dory, do you want me to open it now, or should I open it later? It's up to you. I want to make sure that you see my genuine reaction, so you let me know if that should be now or when. Loops, what's going on? Good to see you. You've all the shiny, but no 3 segment. Yeah, we all can't be as cracked as freaking Matthew Snyder. Had exactly 2 shiny Dunsparce, so he evolved 1 and it was 3 segment. I don't know how he has such luck. Old and Nintendo dude, what's going on? Good to see you. You open it on your time. I'm in no rush. Well, I mean, like, I don't know what your schedule is. Are you going to be here the entire stream? Do you have to get going? Stop being polite and start being real. Loops with the 18 months of membership. Thank you, whoever gifted you. That's a good question. I'm not sure if I can look that up. I know we had some gifted memberships yesterday from Silver Fox. It might have been Silver Fox. It was actually, it probably was Silver Fox that gifted you. "100% back-to-back, that's crazy. Should be here the entire time unless you have to go. That's helpful. All right, we'll open it after this sandwich. Does that work for you, Dorian? So in like 25 minutes. I just want to make sure we got some people in here that might not show up like right at the beginning of the stream to see this bag that you sent me apparently. No Froakie, no Froakie. See, like that one. When I was looking at it at this angle, like right here, I thought it might have been shiny because it looked lighter, but it's not. So but no shinies. That's another one. For a second, it looked lighter. I jumboed up my screen for this hunt. It's about 1.5 times the size as it normally is on my monitor. They can raise pocket level now that you reach level 50. Oh, congratulations, Amory. I'm at level 49. I'll probably reach 50. Probably the next set that comes out where, like, there's all that research that you can do or tasks you can do for extra hourglasses that gives experience. Probably that will be when I hit 50. Sometimes you wish they changed shinies. I mean, there's some shinies, like, I go back and forth. Like, I think it would be neat if, like, they did, like, a Poke Rogue type situation where there are multiple variations of shinies. But then the collector in me is like, yeah, but that means you'd have to get, like, living decks, like, 3 or 4 times. And that's scary. I didn't even see that. I just ran right into it. I've been bad. You haven't opened in 2 days. The packs. I get into this time creep on the weekends. So like I always open my packs on the weekends with you guys, and I typically try and open them like around 10:30, which is like the halfway point of the stream. But like, you know, it's never exactly 10:30. So then it's like 10, so I can't open it before 10:30. So it ends up being like 10:35, 10:40, 10:43. And now I'm at the point where my next pack gets here like right at 11. And then like during the week, I might use like 1 hourglass to kind of reset it back to like 10-ish. Like Sean Connery playing at Wimbledon, 10-ish. At 12:43 a.m., you got a shiny Clodsire EX. Nice, congratulations. Slowpoke, good morning, or I guess good afternoon. Are we going to break the curse of the Scamwich? Yesterday, we didn't get a shiny chestplate on the first sandwich. We did get it pretty quickly on the second sandwich, though. Fennekin was within the last 5 minutes of the 4th sandwich. This Froakie hunt I was expecting to do yesterday, but Fennekin took 2 hours. You haven't opened packs in months? What? Oh, Anne-Marie, yes, we definitely talked about that. That was the majority of the conversation. And yeah, it's an absolute unmitigated disaster. And it's rare that I can use the term unmitigated in casual conversation. So that's like one bonus of this whole thing. But yeah, it was a disaster. I, like Dorian, and am holding out hope that it's possible that supplies will be sent to GameStop, and the GameStop employees just don't know that because of bad communication, which should also be kind of par for the course. Didn't even call the GameStop this 45 minutes away, figure that's a lost cause. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I was telling everyone yesterday, Anne-Marie, like just unashamedly, like I recommend to everybody just get a cloned or genned version of the mystery gift Pokemon. Whether that's go into like certain Discords or streams, and getting them via trades, or just like dropping like $4 or $5 on eBay and getting them traded. Definitely do not buy the actual code cards off of eBay, because that's ridiculous. But yeah, you were told by a store it will be restocked. I really hope that's the case. And if that is the case, all the more reason why don't be dropping big money on eBay buying the cards, because that would be ridiculous. Good morning, Arazi. Molar controller, hardly know her. right? And Amber with the 33 months of membership. Did I open the package? I did not. I will be opening the package that Doreen sent me after this sandwich. I wanted to wait for some more people to get into the stream. But yeah, I got a package in the mail yesterday. I don't know what it is. Doreen keeps saying it's a bag. Whatever that means. No, we're going to open it after the sandwich. City Safari Amsterdam was pretty cool yesterday, but you were late for all the planned meetups. Well, what the heck? Why were you so late? You love how all the Froakie run and gather around me? I love that too. Careful not showing labels. Thanks, Razzie. Today's my first day streaming. I appreciate it. Appreciate the heads up. Bag, it could be slang. It could be. It could just be like an old woman. Maybe Doreen sent me an old woman. I hope you stub your toe. I probably will, Razzie. To be fair, that is something that is most likely to happen to me. You were too slow to be on time. That's fair. You know, if I'm friends with a guy named Slowpoke, I should never expect him to be on time or early. Shelf and Master Razzie in the house. That's right. Mewtwo, what's going on? Good to see you. I'm going to unhide that message, just so everyone can see how funny Razzie is. Could be Santa's. It could be Santa's bag. Or do you mean like multiple Santas? I'm not sure how many Santas could fit into a box this size. Light goal 25? Are we at... Oh my gosh. We already hit the light goal. Thank you guys so much. Alley Cat, what's going on? Good to see you. Kids want stuff. You want juice and grandma cookies. I do too. I miss grandma cookies. Razzie, does the game sound okay? Is the game audio good? When Aries not here, you're like you're my AV guy. You spent 10 minutes seeing if your fish was stuck, then he suddenly swims out like nothing happened. What a little jerk. This is your first day, you got this? Thanks, Razzie. You're sassy this morning. You got your sassy pants on. There's Hershey Kisses in Pokemon form. I need to go buy those. I love it when I get to eat Pokemon. Thanks for letting me know, Alana. Want to talk about the capture card, Terry, nor will we talk about the capture not formatted right, so we see your arm above the gameplay. But yeah, Hefty, sounds great. Thanks. Appreciate it, Razzie. Okay, Puffs, what's going on? What is that? Oh, it's a Cottony. But the gameplay just needs to be stretched as all. Okay. Yeah, something's up with this. I appreciate you letting me know in a completely non-sarcastic or bitter manner. That's helpful. That helps me to learn. Oh, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. No, I don't. Do I? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, alright, we're just gonna have a little black bar in the bottom. Shut up and love me. You're so abusive to me, Razzie. I feel like you and I are in an abusive relationship. I feel like there should be a Lifetime movie made about me. Fire Knight Rye, what's going on? Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Looks good, thank you. Yeah, we'll just leave the black bar in the bottom because this this overlay was actually not made for a Switch game. It was made for a 3DS game. And as far as the capture card, Razzie, I mean you're 100% right, but like this is the original, like $15 one I got from Amazon, not the nice Elgato one. So we're just gonna live with it. Goofy Razzie's your favorite goof. He's pretty neat. It's not December. That's true. It is not December. You're right about that. Darkville, what's going on? Good to see you. My favorite nephew, apparently. Just giving me poop. How many times I have to tell you, Razzie? Like, poop is not a gift that you give someone you love. You can show your affection in other ways. Amber wants you to do Sandy Gas SOS calls. Do it. You two are the best. Alley Cat, that's very sweet of you. Also, that sub count went up to 2172. If that was you that just subscribed, please let me know so I can say thank you. It's almost Black Friday sales time. You keep your mouth quiet, Mighty Munchkin. God, that's depressing. We are probably going to start hearing about Black Friday sales in the not too distant future. You have a quick question? What's up? Unbroken Bit, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's hope Switch 2s go down to 350. 350? That ain't gonna happen. I'm just gonna burst that bubble right now. They aren't going down to 350. If they do go on sale, they ain't gonna go down that much. That's true, Mewtwo. I am hunting a blue and white frog whose shiny gets a little bit lighter blue. Kind of like another frog I know. What's my favorite Pokemon game? Wesley Jensen, great question. I love all the Pokemon games, but if I had to pick a set of Pokemon games I love more than the rest, I'd have to go with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Gen 7 is my favorite gen. Get out of the grass so I can see you. I think that's a normal. Yeah, I think it's normal. It's more than 350. Yeah, base price of a Switch 2 in the US is 450. 500 if you get the bundle with Mario Kart World. Will you ever do shiny hunt for spooky Pokemon? You know what? Perhaps. Like right now. A lot of things are gonna depend on ZA. I have done like spooky ghost type hunts around Halloween in the past, and depending on what ZA looks like when it comes out, because it is coming out about halfway through October, it is very possible we could do some hunting, some ghost hunting in ZA for that. But I can't say for certain until we see what the game looks like. Like 300 on eBay? Switch 2 for 300 on eBay? That sounds questionable. Favorite Pokemon? Favorite Pokemon is this guy right here. You can't see my finger. This guy right here. Poliwhirl. Also right here. And also right here. You're replaying Ultra as you speak. It's such a good game. I think it's great. Yes, there is a lot of dialogue and cutscenes on the first island. I'm not delusional. I'm not going to argue that. But once you get into the game, it's like one of the most all-encompassing, like huge fun games. I love the shiny hunting in it. I think the story's pretty neat, actually. Pumpkaboo ZA hunt sounds cool. That would be cool. I would eventually like to get all size Pumpkaboos. That's one hunt I've never done before. You're soft resitting for shiny monkey and BDSP. Good luck on that. Dang it. Your favorite, your basic, your favorites, any evolutions? Evolutions are cool. I would like to see more evolutions. Switch 1, your country costs 600 million, and Switch 2 costs 1 million. The Switch 2 costs 1/600th of the price of a Switch 1. We can play together. Tom, there is a possibility, there's a capability of playing together. Today, I'm not really going to be playing with anybody, like in union circles or anything like that, because I don't want to decrease the number of spawns while I'm doing this hunt. But you can play alongside me, like... You know, I hope everyone has a chance to play some Pokemon today. And if you want to do some shiny hunts, well, I'm doing some shiny hunts, and we can shiny hunt together. That's pretty cool. Switch 2 costs the same price as a PS5. Is that? I don't know. I don't know if that's the case in the US. Can someone let me know? Is the Switch 2 the same price as a PS5 in the US? Oh, speaking of PS5, Razzie, I did watch the Wolverine trailer. It does look like a fun game. I'm very upset it's on the PS5 though. Didn't get a shiny Canderups today. Your friend got a Shundo. Well, lucky for your friend. Tyler, what's going on? Good to see ya. Enjoy the Breath of the Wild, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus StarCross World Grounded and Tears of the Kingdom. You're playing Pixelmon. Playing Pixelmon right now, Dark. That's cool. You live in Argentina. Okay. But yeah, that Wolverine game does look pretty neat. It looks like it's going to be a lot of the Reavers. It's like, I mean, a lot of the basic enemies they showed were obviously like versions of the Reavers. It was cool to see Omega Red. He looks pretty awesome. And Mystique, which kind of makes sense. And then Sentinel at the end looked pretty sweet. Be back later. All right, sounds good, Cheese. I'll be here for a while. You wanted to get rid of your PS5, but you don't know anymore? I mean, you could give it to me if you want. If you're trying to get rid of it, I'll take it off your hands. Uh, Loops wants to know more about Omega Red, so tell us the skinny. Yeah, so Omega Red first introduced in X-Men issue 4 back in 1991. Co-created by, actually might have been 100% created by Jim Lee. He is a Soviet super soldier. Comes from a Russian version of like the Weapon X program. He is a mutant. He's basically like a mutant energy vampire. He like sucks the life force out of people. That's what he feeds on. To just be around him, like in like the same room as him, to like it will make you sick. Like if you're exposed to him for too long, you're gonna die. On top of that, he has what are called carbonadium coils, which is like not as strong as adamantium, but a lot more flexible. So he's got these two like whips basically that come out of his wrists. Um, pretty cool villain. Pretty cool villain. But yeah, he's from back in the days of like the CIA Team X type period of time where like Wolverine and Sabretooth and Maverick were like a black ops unit, and they had to like go fight the Russians during like Cold War era. I'd like to give one Greninja as a gift. You have four more. Tom, I appreciate that, but I kind of have to hunt for it myself. I actually already have the whole Greninja line shiny, but what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a specific challenge of trying to get a shiny of each Pokemon that has a Mega Evolution before Legends ZA comes out. Out of the 56 that are huntable, I already have 55. This one is literally the last one I need to get to finish this challenge. But it's a very nice offer. I appreciate it. It's Hassan's birthday. Yes, it is. Yeah, we did wish him a happy birthday earlier, but you know what? It's his birthday all day long. We should be wishing him happy birthdays throughout the entire stream. Yep, I have Shiny Charm and I have a sparkling Humongo sandwich going on right now. We've just been having bad luck this weekend with getting these starters. Yesterday, Chespin, we had to do a second sandwich for Chespin. It took us 4 whole sandwiches to get Fennekin. And we are now at about 29 minutes on this Froakie, which is a little surprising. Why is it whenever I do test runs, it pops up real quick? And then when I get on stream, it takes forever. You probably get one more reset. Spewing fats. You know what? Just be happy that's the only thing I'm spewing. That one tricked me again. So excited for Mystique in the game. Yeah, and she looks good. I like they're using more of her. It's a little bizarre that they're using like the early 2000s version of her model, but I'm personally happy they're using like a more comic version of her look than like the movie version. Those would be Mary Jane stealth missions. I could see that. That's a good shout out, Razzie. That's probably exactly what it's going to be. That makes sense. And that makes a lot more sense than a Mary Jane stealth mission. Even though console wars are a little over, they're still teaming together so that way they get too much money by raising prices on their consoles. Well, I mean that's how capitalism works, right? Like if Nintendo raises their prices for their consoles and people continue to buy them, then there's no reason that the other companies won't increase their prices, unfortunately. All right, I think the sandwich is done. Does your dog deserve a snack? I hope so. How does it feel shiny hunting in Pokemon? It can be a lot of fun. It can also be tedious and aggravating. It's really all about how much patience you have and how you look at it. Like I always suggest if you're going to shiny hunt, have something else going on too, so it doesn't start feeling like work. And if it does start to feel like work, there's nothing wrong with taking a break. All right, this sandwich is done. No shiny. We reset. And while this game is resetting, let's open up this package and see what Dorian sent me. Dorian was nice enough to send me a package. Dorian, Dice Art from the Dice Art universe. Great friends, great streamers. I don't know anything about this other than apparently it's a bag. You're a shiny hunter and you see the ugly duck story. That's right. I'm an ugly duck. Let's see what we got in here. Like they raised the price of the Xbox Series X and it's $600. That's crazy. Slowpoke, thank you for the Kirkworks. Alright, it is literally a bag. We got a bag. We got a giant mailbag. Let me back up so you can see this whole thing. Chanting? Oh, you probably hear it in the game. Dorian, thank you so much for the giant mailbag. I can honestly say I didn't have one of those. So thank you. That's amazing. Oh, what? There's something else in the box. There is, in fact, something else in the box. Why, it's a Spider-Man Magic the Gathering pre-release. That's pretty cool. We were talking about this yesterday. I saw at the GameStop on Friday that they had the new Spider-Man Magic the Gathering stuff in there. Oh, I have to... Oh, no. I don't like that. I don't like the packaging that I literally have to rip this part off to open it. Come on, Magic. It's got pop-out things. Ooh, I like the artwork. I like the box artwork. Look at this box artwork. Got Oscorp. There's Spider-Man, an explosion. You can't see them, but Green Goblin's on the inside. Well, there you can see, kind of see them. There's Green Goblin. That's pretty neat. Some other Marvel crossover sets as well, like Deadpool got one. Oh, that's cool. Then we got the box. Oh my goodness, Darkville donating $5. Dark, you did not have to do that. But can we get some hype in the chat for Darkville? We got a, what is this? Is this a 20-sided die? 20-sided die, I think. Now I can be really cool like the Dungeons and Dragons people. Yeah, what else we got? We got, ooh, there's a Green Goblin. And, ooh, we got, oh, there's two. We got a hollow Miles Morales. And a hollow Ultimate Spider-Man. That's pretty cool. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs of cards. I think we're going to have to open these up later on. 14 cards in a pack? That's 84 cards. This is 84 cards. I don't even know if how many cards are in the set, but that's pretty crazy. Doreen, you're awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we'll open up a couple of those packs later on. How about this? Let's open up a pack after each sandwich. Also, that sub count went up again. If that was you, please let me know so I can say thank you. All right, let's start sandwich number 2. Happy with the cards of the bag? I mean, I feel I'm probably equally pleased with both, right? It's hard to pick a favorite between a Magic the Gathering promo box of Spider-Man cards and a giant used post office mailbag. It's hard to pick one over the other. Those are Pokemon cards I could have paid off my mortgage? Probably so. Little Marvel superheroes next year? That's neat. So here's a shout out. I don't know if anybody knows this or remembers this, but back in the mid to late 90s, Marvel actually had their own trading card game called Overpower. And I collected the base set. The difference is, and if you guys have been around for a while, you know this about me. I've never been much into like trading card games. So like I never like put together like decks or anything with Marvel Overpower. I literally just collected the cards. If I had one of each card, that was good enough for me. But Overpower ended up failing in the long run and got shut down. I think part of it was I don't even think they had like chase cards or anything. I think they were just base sets. If there were chase cards, I was not aware of them. No hollows or anything like that. Look at all these Froakies. Not a single one shiny. Dorian, that's really awesome. Thank you so much. The only thing that can make this day better is getting this Froakie. Are those cards usable when playing Magic? I'm assuming so. Right, Dorian? Like these are, I mean, these are actual Magic cards. Like they have like descriptions on them and moves and effects and all that stuff. You get a new evolution, but you have to give 1,000 grand. Do I accept? I have to pay 1,000 grand. I mean, I don't even have 1,000 grand. I'm not even sure if I have 900 grand. Oh my gosh, Dark donating another $5. Dark, stop that. Thank you very much. Mr. Uncle Hefty. That's a good name. I like that. Mr. Uncle Hefty. Let's get some hype for Dark. Uncle Hefty. You know what? I mean, true time. This is not the first time I've been called Uncle Hefty. As some of you may remember, Hefty was actually my college nickname. That's where it came from. It's not like something I made up for YouTube. I've been known as Hefty since the year 2000, so 25 years now. 25 years of Hefty. And a lot of people that I went to school with have grown up and had kids and all that. And so, yeah, I am introduced or known as Uncle Hefty by a lot of people. Uh, you could use you could throw a deck together and use them. Pretty neat. Yeah, that's really awesome. I might actually want, just for funsies, I might actually want to put together my very first ever Magic deck, Dorian, and I might need you to help me with that. Did Miles call me Uncle Hefty? No, Miles called me Razzie. Miles called me Razzie the entire time I was there both times. And I kept saying, Miles, please call me Hefty. My name is Hefty. And he'd say, okay, Razzie. If Zygarde is a Zygarde, who is a Zygarde? But if Zygarde was a Zygarde, then what is toothpaste? Shiny Zygarde. What's going on, Boulder King? You started posting YouTube videos? Nice! You know, Pokepuffs, that's pretty awesome. You know, I watched a lot of Pokemon streamers and videos for a while, and I would always think, like, man, I wish I could do this. I wish I could start up a channel and start posting stuff. And then one day I was just like, well, what's stopping me? And so I did. Weird, no YouTube alert today. That is weird. You call me bulky. I thought you were just teasing me about my weight, which is starting to get a little bit better. It is starting to get a little bit better, thankfully. I have a ways to go, but... Am I streaming on Christmas this year? Probably so. I would imagine so. It's kind of become a tradition. Don't ask me what we're going to stream on Christmas yet. I might need a couple more days to figure that out. You love the story I told you about my streaming journey. That's good, Shinies. You said a Zamazenta spawn on in your Pixelmon. That's cool, Dark. I didn't say I was fat. At no point did I say I was fat. I was just saying that I was working on my weight. I am currently the heaviest I've ever been. And I'd like to trim down, and so I'm working on that. It's slowly working. I'm an obese. What's an obese? Oh, obese. Obese. Nice. Good wordplay there. Alright, so where is the Froakie? You're not a Froakie. You're an Oddish. And you're a Trumbeak. Officially, your goal weight, 9 weeks of 50 to 60 kilometers of running. Good job, Shinies. I'm proud of you. I really am. Oh, come on. All right, I'm just gonna take it out. I'm just gonna take out this Vikavolt. You were 8, then 9, then 10, all the way up to now. Prayed on birthdays and Christmas that you would get new evolutions. Even said that they could take everything away every birthday. I would like more evolutions. It's kind of a rare opinion in the Pokemon community, I found out, which surprises me. But I'm of the opinion that Game Freak started it. They need to end it. We need an evolution for each type. What is up with this Trumbeak? It doesn't matter, it's dead. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All types but one. Which type would you not include, Shinies? Let's hear it. I'm sure it's going to be clever. 5 times in a row twice. Yeah, that was nuts. What? Wait, does Trumbeak have... No. Wait, is it an item or is it a ability? Or is it one of each that makes multi-hit moves hit 5 times each. Ghost type Eevee would be weird. I think it could be pretty cool. I'd like a Ghost Eevee. At least a Mega for them all, giving an extra type. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff they could do with Eevee. Goulion. Robert Goulion. We could call it Boovie. Why did it hide that message? I like Boovie. Be cool to throw a brick on Eevee to evolve it into a ghost type. Could you imagine? You want a bug Eevee? I do too. Could you imagine them with like those crazy bug eyes and like antenna? That sounds like a good bug ghost type. A Boo Bee. I would like a Boo Bee. Fighting Eevee is the weird one. Boozvee. BV. BV. That's a good bug type. BV. Right, Pokepuss? All the crazy ways to evolve Eevee. We can isolate Froakie. Where can you isolate Froakie at? If we don't get it on this sandwich, I might try that. Near the Fairy Elite Four battle. You gotta give me more specifics than that. Eevee's all about love. Fighting is just wrong. Eevee's a lover, not a fighter. So is that here? Is that Coastal Plaza? How long am I gonna stream for? At least another 2 hours. Yes, okay. The only thing is my odds won't be as good if I isolate it up there. I don't know. I gotta analyze for the rest of the sandwich and see if it's worth the payoff of decreasing the odds but increasing the spawns. Shop Shuivi? Dorian, you're being silly this morning. Are you? I can just see you at home just cackling into your phone. Oops. Dorian has Eevees in the pit duking it out. Yeah, that sounds like him. A bear, a golfer Pokemon. Cub Club fighting type. Golfer fighting. I like that. Cub Club and Golfer. Cackle all the way from Pennsylvania. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I even have my windows closed and I could hear it. Gonna be back later. Lurk will activate. All right, sounds good. Lurkville, Darkville. Skyon for the flying Eevee. There you go. Snowcone Pokemon to compete with Vanillite line, where the flavors you give turns to a different typing. That would be neat. I do like Pokemon that have like unique fighting gimmicks, like Morpeko, how it alternates between electric and dark type. I'd like more Pokemon like that. Heftion for the rock type evolution because it's hefty. Heftion. Could you imagine having a Pokemon named after you? Or just a Pokemon named after a basic English word, but because you use that English word as your username, you incorrectly just associate it with yourself. Mia, what's going on? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Shedinja with Electric Terra and Balloon. Yeah, that'd be pretty wild. Rock type is Toph Grevon. Good old Toph. Frozone Ice, Freeze Cone Ice, Nitrocons Ice, Cherry Fire, Lemon Poison, Mint Grass, Blue Raspberry Water. There you go. Why is raspberry always blue when it comes to, like, candies and treats? How come they never have red raspberries? Why is always gotta be blue raspberries? Peekaboo, what's going on, Villy, my dear friend? Hope you're doing well. Blue raspberry is your favorite candy most of the time? I just don't know why it's gotta be blue. Yeah, Razzie does know all about raspberries, that's true. Can't wait for ZA release. They better have tons of copies this time. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. I don't see them like selling out of ZA right away. It's true. It's true, Razzie knows a lot about raspberries. The Squishmallows on the Pokemon Center site. I have seen those. I don't own any Squishmallows. My mom has 2 Barbie Squishmallows. She was all excited to get those at Walmart when she was here back in May. I mean, they look cool. I don't. I have like a limit of how much money I'm gonna spend on a stuffed animal, honestly. And Squishmallows just are above that limit. But they look neat. Jolly Ranchers and saltwater taffy in particular. I can't remember the last time I had saltwater taffy. I could go for some saltwater taffy. Airheads are great too. Yeah, Airheads are good. From what you're told, they made raspberry blue because they already had too many red colored flavors. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, it's true. Like, you already got cherry, you already got strawberry. Watermelon typically goes green, but not always. I have seen watermelon be red before. So, I mean, that makes sense. The work sells them in the summer. That's cool. Yeah, 3 Squishmallow. Nice. Yeah, they look cool. They feel cool. I just, yeah, I have, I guess, this is a bizarre sentence to say, but I have, like, stuffed animal budget limits. And I typically stick to those pretty well until Razzie guilts me into buying more sitting cuties. Your catch combo's at 33. Nice. Which one are you going for? Money Munchkin, are you still going for the Raichu? I forget. "74% you think we're actually gonna get a shiny white striped Basculin today. That's crazy. You're playing Brilliant Diamond. Nice. What are you doing in Diamond? Brilliant Diamond, that is. Shiny stone hunting. Okay. Yeah, I remember some of the stones were tough to get in BDSP. You're going for Kangaskhan. Okay. Yeah, Kangaskhan has not been nice to you, Mighty Munchkin. I know you've been trying to get that one for a while. Um, we might try isolate hunting this on the next sandwich. You've hunted for 36 hours. Oh my goodness. You have a bill pending in Congress that blue raspberry has to be of a violet color. Bill is sponsored by the true one, Razzie. I'm sure it'll pass. If it's got Razzie's name attached to it. There's literally no better expert on blue raspberry than Razzie. Yeah, if not now, then when? If not you, then who? Right? Tried to go from last night, then you messed up soft reset and gave up. Oh no! I'm sorry. That's a lot of Alolan Executors. I'm gonna try going back here. Make it reset. Anyone else, when they are shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, try and find like the perfect spots to reset the spawns? I do that a lot. A lot of times, like if I'm hunting for something for a while, like I'll spend the first like half hour or an hour just trying to find the most opportune spot to reset the spawns. Did they sneak Driftveil into the BGM, the background music? I don't know. I honestly can't even hear the music. One away from the goal. That's right. That's right. Oh, the light goal. Yeah, we are just one away from the light goal. If that's what you're talking about. But we're also just one Froakie away from finishing this this challenge. Thank you all for the likes. Let's check. Okay, no shiny. Worst thing is if they announce new megas. I don't think they will. I mean, I could be wrong. But I think between the last trailer being titled in Japanese, final trailer, and the fact that they announced 5 new megas at once, I think that was like the last big push. Because I don't know how you go from announcing 5 to like announcing like 1. I think that if they are going to give megas to the starters, meaning Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig, it'll probably be like how they announced the regional forms of the starters for Legends Arceus, where the announcement came out the day the game was released. It was either the day the game was released or like the night before it was released. You know, either way, a lot of people didn't see it until after it was already out. You think we got a Mega Eevee and you have proof? You do? I think the game just released at this point. We're 2 weeks away. Yeah, I mean, I think it's done at this point. We need to find out if we get Mega Zygarde or Zygarde 200%. I have an unsubstantiated, no proof theory about Mega Zygarde. And that is that the 100% form Zygarde was supposed to be the Mega Zygarde. But since they had already kind of moved away from Megas, they just didn't call it that. So I could totally be wrong. Maybe there will be a fourth form of Zygarde. But I feel like the 100% Zygarde is what was supposed to be Mega Zygarde. And Mega Zygarde kind of sounds like Megazord. There's my proof. There's my proof right there. I can make a YouTube video of over 8 minutes talking about confirmed proof that 100% Zygarde is the Mega form, based off the fact that Mega Zygarde kind of sounds like Megazord. Moved away from Mega. Zygarde came out in the same game Megas were introduced in. The 100% form? Airy? I thought the 100% form didn't show up until Sword and Shield. Or I mean, or was it the Alola games? Was it Sun and Moon that they introduced the 100% form? That would make sense, because that's the one where you had to start collecting all the cells. Yeah, he was Zordable and Alola. Okay, yeah. See, I mean, I know Zygarde came out in X and Y. I just meant the 100% form. You know, it's also been a long-standing theory of mine, based off of absolutely zero proof, is that the whole storyline with collecting the cells for Zygarde in Sun and Moon was originally going to be in Pokemon Z. But since they never made Pokemon Z, they just took that kind of storyline or that whole task and put it into Sun and Moon. So wish they'd have made Z. I do too. It is crazy that Gen 6, like Kalos, I should say, is still the only generation pre-Switch that didn't have additional content. Whether we're talking third games or remasters or sequels. There was nothing additional for X and Y. You did call they'd remake Gen 6 instead of Gen 5? Well, they haven't remade Gen 6. You hate the Zygarde quest in Sun and Moon? I mean, it was tedious. I liked it a lot more in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Also, hi, I'm really trying to stay awake. Why? If your body wants to sleep, Ari, let her sleep. Because the puppies need their foods made. Okay, well, I guess that's a good reason. That's a legitimate reason. Alayla Geek, what's going on? Welcome in. I hope I pronounced that right. Held tacked on and it being shiny locked. Yeah, it was tacked on. Although, don't forget, Mia, according to Cerebi.com or Cerebi.net, even today being September 28th, 2025, they still do not have Zygarde in Sun and Moon listed as being shiny locked. You go to Cerebi and look at mechanics, look at shiny Pokemon, and then look at the list of shiny locked Pokemon. Zygarde in Gen 7 is not listed. I know this because back in my younger and more naive days of like 2020, I spent a couple days hunting for that Zygarde. Until I got frustrated and tried to like find like videos of people getting it to motivate me. And in that research found out that yes, it was in fact shiny locked. I think it's the Sun and Moon one. Let me check. I don't want to misspeak. Zygarde is listed as shiny locked in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but it is not listed as shiny locked in Sun and Moon. In Sun and Moon, the only shiny locks are the Gen 7 Legendaries and Ultra Beasts. And if y'all remember about getting Zygarde in Sun and Moon, I know it's been a while, like that's a whole like cutscene. That's like a whole ordeal. I think. Because I mean it's a whole like storyline, it's a whole event thing. You can't just like reset and check it immediately. Sandwich is done. I wonder how long the sandwich has been done. Okay, I'm going to try out this isolation hunt. But while we're resetting the game, let's open up a pack of magic cards, which is something I never thought I would say. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's do the whole thing. Let's make it official. Now, Dorian, is there any trick to opening these packs? I'm going to open this pack next to the microphone so Radzi can hear it. Okay, apparently there's not because they're literally on both sides of some of the cards. I don't know. I don't see how this works. All right. Here we go. We got Venom Evil Unleashed. Land should be in back, and they might have an illustration card. Yeah, so the card in back has two sides. That's what I'm a little confused about. But we'll just do one. I'll get a feel for it. We got Venom, Evil Unleashed. We got Whip. We got Doc Ock's Henchman. We got Steel a Wrecking Ball. Is that Absorbing Man? I can't tell who that's supposed to be. We got Focus. There we go. Guy in the Chair. Whoops. We got Hot Dog Cart. We got Spider Islanders. Yeah, that's from the Spider Island storyline back in 2011. There's the hot dog cart. We got Skyward Spider. Flash Thompson, Spider Fan. Raging Goblinoids. Ooh, Sun Spider, Nibble Webber. That's from that's I think Sun Spider is from the comic Spider-Verse stuff. We got Urban Retreat. Sun Spider, that's your spider. There you go, Ari. Oh, okay, yeah, Ari. I do remember that now. We got Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist. That is a hollow. That's a hollow too. So we got a hollow Doc Ock. We got another hollow. This is Sinister Hideout. And we got this card where it's got treasure on one side and it's got Human Citizen on the other. Everyone's favorite character, Human Citizen. Doc Ock reminds you of Kim? I could see that. All right, so there's our first pack. That's pretty cool, Dorian. That's pretty cool. Kind of looks like I can't make out the artwork too closely, but the Doc Ock kind of looks like the Alfred Molina Spider-Man 2 version of Doc Ock. You loved her in that one comic, Human Citizen? Yeah, fantastic. All right, let's get back to the hunt. Human Citizen, hey, that's you. That's right, Alley Cat. That's you on a card. You'll always love Magic the Gathering art. This is pretty neat. This is pretty neat. I know Dorian was talking to me about the set a few weeks ago and had asked me a couple of questions about some of the cards and the characters. And so I thought it was pretty neat. I never thought I'd actually own some cards myself. So that's a nice little surprise. All right, let's see if we can isolate hunt this. Because even though the odds aren't going to be as good, I think I should have a higher spawn rate, which might make up for it. Whoever drew them is on the bottom. They got to pick and choose who they could draw, but couldn't copy it, so they add their own flair. Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to say like it was the Alfred Molina Doc Ock, but it looks like it was heavily inspired by it. Whoops. I always hit the wrong button. Butter and salty. And this will actually be better because I want to save this. I want to save the spices for the basculin. So this is actually the better option. I didn't think about that. Alfred Molina is a good actor. He really is. What was that movie I saw? What was the name of that movie that I saw? Promising Young Woman. Promising Young Woman was a good movie. Alfred Molina was in that. Jerry, what's going on, Jerry? Education with Carey Mulligan and Alfred Molina as her dad. I haven't seen that one. Where am I going? I'm going this way. Happy Sunday, Jerry. I hope it's a good one. So, should be... Wait, where am I? I'm just gonna fly. Okay. You have Gumi perms? Razzie, I've always said that you would look good with a perm. I'm glad you're finally getting it done. At this point, you're losing hope. Don't give up. Don't give up, Mighty Munchkin. So I'm not quite seeing where this isolatable Froakie is. $100%. Oh my goodness, Ari. Thank you so much for the 100% shiny luck. Does anybody know where this supposed isolatable Froakie area is? You don't even know what a Froakie is? The target may or may not be in this area. Well, I was told earlier that there is a place to isolate hunt Froakie by the Fairy Elite Four member, which is apparently this one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm starting to think that that might not have been 100% accurate. There's a Froakie. Yeah, I think this might not work out. I think we're just gonna go back to the outbreak. I'll keep using the sandwich though. It is gonna make it a little bit harder to see them though because now they won't be bigger. My experience, I couldn't isolate because of all the water Pokemon. I would find some in the water in the north outbreaks would go. I mean, that's what I was thinking, but then I was told that there was an isolatable spot. It was worth checking out, and it did make me realize that honestly I should probably be using the salty herbas instead of the spicy herbas anyway, because I want to save those spicy herbas for Basculin. What happened to the isolate method? Bulbaking, there you are. Dude, I could not find an isolatable area. I don't know where you're talking about, but I could not see it. Jerry, this is the Switch 1. We are on the Switch 1 today. Go to Coastal Plaza and you reset from Battle Plaza in and out. Okay. Yeah, I did not see a single Froakie in this area. Just finished a 10 miler and almost accidentally 10 miled in your pants. Oh my gosh, shinies. All right, so just reset. Just reset what? The spawns? I think you and I might have a different definition of what an isolation hunt is. I am getting all sorts of spawns. We need what? Bulba. Fighting. Oh my gosh. How did that happen? Okay, you know what? My bad. My bad. I used pickle instead of cucumber. I used pickle instead of cucumber. That's my bad. All right, let's try this again. My bad. My bad. Am I buying the Lego Game Boy set? Probably not. Easiest mistake ever. I mean, they're right next to each other. Boy, I really shrewded that. Amory, you did not miss the packs. No. Well, actually, we're not going to open the packs for another half hour. Okay, let's try this again. Whoops. Yeah, Anne-Marie, I have that time creep on the packs where I try and open the packs on stream at 10:30, but it's not always 10:30. So sometimes it's like 10:35, 10:37, da da da. And now we're at the point where like my next pack won't be available until 11. Good morning, Pokestar. Yeah, I mean, they all are technically cucumbers, right? Pickles are technically cucumbers. You want to see a time creep? What was their name? I'm doing well. How you doing, Pokestar? Froakie? Nice. There we go. There's our encounter power water. Okay, let's try this again. Very good. Woke up, no work. You're in a very good mood. I'm glad to hear that. There we go. Now we're seeing Froakies. Okay. Now we're good. Yes, this is a good isolation hunt with a town reset. I see it. So good call, Bulba King. It helps if I make the right sandwich. Look around the whole plaza. Finish your Pokedex of Scarlet. Congratulations. This is a spot for your Cottony hunt. Yeah, this is where I hunted Cottony as well. Yeah, it's a good area. Yeah, number of spawns is pretty good. So hopefully it won't hurt too badly that we have lower shiny chance with the number of spawns that we're getting. It's gonna give you a big reward, but what you get stinks. Yeah, that's typically the case. Still laughing at my laugh? How dare you laugh at my laugh? Stay still and reset and look around the whole plaza while staying. Well, I mean, I do have to get close to the spawns to check to see if they're shiny. I mean, I'll wait here a little bit to let them spawn in, but I do have to go check them. What's its shiny color? It's a lighter blue. It's like a very pale blue. It's like not quite a white, but almost white. It's like a whitish blue, and then it still has the dark blue strip on the back of its head. Or I guess its entire head, not just the back. Exactly, Ari, exactly. That's 100% what it is. That's why I always have to get close and look, because depending on the angle, the neck bubbles might look like the head. And so I'm like, oh wait, is that one shiny? And I have to get close and look. When the shiny does show up, it's very obvious. But there's a lot of non-shinies that, depending on how the angle is with the neck bubbles, might make you think it's shiny. Elena, what's going on? Good to see you. It's like a deeper shade of soul. Exactly. Yeah, this is just one of those several Pokemon in this game where when you see the shiny, you'll know it. But until you see the shiny, you'll be questioning a lot of the ones that you see. Should have won here this whole time. Well, let's not act like I've been hunting this for days. I did 2 sandwiches on the outbreak. This is helpful, but yeah, let's not act like we've wasted a lot of time here. Like Sharkadet. Yeah, no, in a way. I mean, with Sharkadet's a little, oh, come on. A little tougher because you actually have to look at each individual Pokemon's eyes. Froakie was your second hatch shiny that you weren't shiny hunting for. When it hatched, you were like, has it always looked like this? Yeah, I totally get what you mean. It's definitely one of the more subtle starter shinies. We can blame Fennekin for this hunt today. That was crazy yesterday. I can't believe it took a whole 4 sandwiches. Do you know what the shiny looked like at all? You weren't really familiar with them? That's... I'm not sure if I've had that exact thing happen with me before. It's hard to remember before I knew what shinies looked like. I think... What I mean by that is, like, when I decided I wanted to get into, like, you know... Like, I never, like, really, like, randomly found shiny Pokemon. There's only a couple, and they were very obvious. And then, like, when I decided I wanted to start looking for shinies, I, like, obsessed over them and would, like, research what each one looked like. So, the only time I wouldn't know what a shiny looked like beforehand would be, like, probably, like, this gen. Just going into it blind. And, yeah, it was Flamigo, actually. Flamigo. Flamigo, I had no idea it was shiny until it sparkled. Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show reboot or sequel, as Sarah Michelle Gellar says, is officially filming. Oh, nice. I know that was a very popular TV show and a lot of people really liked it. So I'm happy for them. Cito, good morning. You were breeding for a competitive perfect IV Greninja? Nice. You were big and competitive back then, and you were making teams the legit way. Yeah, back when it was just like breeding and breeding and breeding and breeding nonstop before the before the hyper training, before the mints. Now you can put together a competitive team in like half an hour. Very good. Lately, these 25-year later continuations have all been winks and nods. That's all it is. That's, yeah, I mean, I don't... Whenever a continuation or sequel or relaunch or something that's like decades later comes out, I have zero hopes for it because I know it's just going to 100% be playing on the nostalgia factor. I'm sure there have been some successful relaunch slash continuations. I just can't think of any off the top of my head. So glad you found your picky peck by accident. You can never tell if it's shiny or not. In this game, it's tough. In the Gen 7 games, it was pretty easy. The giant star was a good giveaway. Discovering the strangely large amount of colorblind shiny hunters. Yeah, you know, Ari, I will agree with you on that. I wasn't sure if it was because I had gotten more involved in the online shiny hunting community, but it feels like I hear a lot more about colorblind shiny hunters now than I realized was a thing. I like the new megas. Yeah, a lot of them look pretty decent. A lot of them look pretty cool. Like Tron Ares. Okay, you know what? That's a good example. Thank you. I thought Tron Legacy was a pretty solid continuation. Tron Legacy was a good movie, and that was like 30 years later. New Lake Goal. Thank you for the Lake Goal, Bulba King. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Ares. I think it might just be going down that, you know, like reaching that well one too many times. But Tron Legacy was pretty good. Yeah, I don't like the concept of bringing the Tron people into the real world. Like, that kind of defeats the whole purpose in my mind. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a writer. Daft Punk, you love it for the visuals? Yeah, the visuals are really, really good. You always love the bikes. I mean, the bikes are just classic. They're iconic. Also, how much fun was the Tron level in Kingdom Hearts 2? I like that one a lot. Watching another Tron movie for the sole reason of its soundtrack composer. Soundtrack and the visuals were amazing. Can't wait for the 4K Steelbook. That's pretty cool. Garrett Hedlund probably doesn't act anymore, but you'd love to see him return. Which one was he? Was he the one that played Tron? Like, the only name, like, even to this day that I can remember from the Tron movies was Jeff Bridges. The son, okay. Was it just one Tron level? Did we go back in 3? I don't remember going back in 3. I could be misremembering, but, I mean, the way Kingdom Hearts 2 was set up, you had to visit each world twice. There was 2 storylines in each world. So, like, I know that we went to the Tron world twice in Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't remember it in 3. Tron ride at Disney? I haven't. Olivia Wilde. Oh yeah, Olivia Wilde wasn't it? Wasn't she? You know what happened? You know what the problem is? I got cocky. Look at the question in the poll. I got cocky, and I'm being punished for it. I really enjoyed 3 until we got to Arendelle. It was just a retelling of the movie. Yeah, some of the levels in 3 weren't as inspired as previous games. I also thought the Toy Story level was a lot of fun. And there's that one mini game in the Toy Story level where it was like a robot shooter game. I got obsessed with that one for a couple days. Garen Hedlund came back and was like, not today, 30 seconds to Mars. What? Want her to drive futuristic bikes in a grid-like fashion, if you know what I mean. I do know what you mean. You're a big fan of grids. Drafting paper and spreadsheets. Toy Story level was your favorite? It was a good one. Hercules level was pretty good too. It was nice to finally get an actual Hercules level instead of just the Olympus Coliseum. Jared Leto was in the 30 Seconds to Mars. Oh, okay. I liked Jared Leto when he was Jordan Catalano. Then he got weird. Tron Legacy is one of your favorite movies. You're not going to let Ares ruin that for you. Yeah, don't let that happen. Sometimes it is difficult to not let a disappointing follow-up ruin what came before it. Is that an urban legend? No, My So-Called Life. Great television show. I'm currently rewatching How I Met Your Mother for the first time. I was so upset with the ending of How I Met Your Mother that for years it retroactively ruined the entire rest of the series for me. All the chimchars are starting to look red to you? Uh-oh. Yeah, How I Met Your Mother was a really good show for a long time, and then the last couple seasons just like a GOT situation. My personal opinion, Jerry, I would argue worse than a GOT situation. The end of How I Met Your Mother, in my opinion, ruined the entire point of the show. A So-Called Life, best show ever. Claire Danes is amazing. Rewatching Homeland. I need to get back into that. I haven't watched Homeland in years. I think I only ever got to the 3rd season. I think I was a few episodes into the 3rd season, and that's when I stopped. I did like what I saw. I don't even know where I would watch that now. Because I think it was a Showtime show. Money Munchkin, we are not having good luck today. But yeah, I brought this upon myself. I got cocky, and I'm being punished. It's so good, finish it up. Where can I watch it, Dorian? Slowpoke, thank you for the shiny luck. Been feeling yourself lately with that poll? Zen, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Watched the pilot episode. You were like, they'll end up together in the series finale. Yeah, so it's kind of like the whole 9 seasons were pointless. It's kind of like the whole premise of the show had no meaning. Zen, how you been lately? You reading anything? The whole joke is that Ted's terrible at telling stories. Well, I mean, he was. Also, I don't know why they bothered getting Bob Saget to voice the dad. I don't know why they bothered to get Bob Saget to voice old Ted if at the end it's just revealed to be Ted the entire time. Or, you know what I'm trying to say. What's his name? Josh Radnor. So we're going to have Bob Saget voice the old version of the character that Josh Radnor's playing. And then the finale, it pans back and it's Josh Radnor talking in his regular voice. Miss Bob Saget? I do too. Yeah, I was just the whole last couple seasons were just very disappointing. But I'm giving it another shot. I'm trying to enjoy what I enjoyed the first time. And there's like on your physical copy of Black? Sweet. I tried that once. I lost my Patrat and my Lillipup in the first gym and said, screw this, I'm done. I thought that one was shiny for a second. Season 9's rough because you hear because Jason Segel isn't in most of it. Season 9 was just not good for many, many, many reasons. Come on. You know, I wonder if this hunt would work on the Switch too. You love the Boy to Men cover of You Just Got Slapped? I don't remember that. I'm on I'm a few episodes into season 2. On my rewatch. Season 2 is one of your favorite, personal favorites. Jerry with the 10 months of membership, double digit gang. You're a good friend. You're a good friend too, Jerry. I like the cut of your jib. Let's get some hype in the chat. I don't know why I'm picking these up. I'm about to reset the game. Anyone do that? Anyone else compulsively pick up everything they see on the ground, even if they're not going to save the game? I sure do. Spring Foxy, what's going on? Good to see you. Like, if I see a sparkle, I have to pick it up. It doesn't matter if I'm just going to reset the game. Spend a lot of time in the mornings trimming your jib. You do a good job trimming your jib, Jerry. You're a good jib trimmer. You love my chuckle. Thank you. I made it myself. I'm very chuckly today. I am. You're legit procrastinating again. What are you procrastinating on, James? You just found Shiny Arvin's Toad School on your alt? Ooh, there you go. Challenging Drayton. Ah, I see. Find it yet? Not yet, Cheese. Not yet. Surprisingly. So, please tell me someone here didn't know there was a god statue in Hateno Village in Breath of the Wild and said there was the horn statue because you always forget about the god statue in Hateno Village. I didn't know that. Does that help? Is that what you need? I didn't know that. Slowpoke didn't know that. Slightly fermenting fruit is perfectly fine to eat, but you're so weirded out by it. I prefer not to eat fermented stuff, personally. Eevee, I was lucky enough to get the Miraidon and Koraidon. I do think the entire event was a debacle, and it's a shame. And I do hope that everyone is eventually able to get the shinies. What are we shiny hunting today? We're looking for the shiny Froakie right now. We are having terrible luck. We've had terrible luck all weekend. Yesterday we did get the Chespin and the Fennekin, but it took way longer to get them than it should have. It took 4 whole sandwiches to get the Fennekin. We're actually about to start our 4th sandwich on Froakie. No cheese yogurt. Is that okay? Are those considered fermented? I guess then, Ari, that just shuts me right up. And it's not so much that I don't like to eat fermented things. It's that I don't know what's fermented. Yep, I'm using sandwiches. Using sandwiches. Located by the village mayor's house. Gotcha. Last night you got a shiny Rel and Ultra Sun. Only 50 resets? 50 resets in Ultra Sun? That's crazy good luck. Good job. I'm jealous. Favorite Mega announced for ZA? It's a toss-up between Malamar and Hawlucha. Evolutionarily, we were set apart because we could actually make use of all the fruit that fell to the floor and made us feel funny. That makes sense. Yep, 3 sandwiches today. 55 scammed dinos. Uh-oh. Now 56. That's crazy. Oops. Come on. Why does this Vegan Vault have such a issue running in battles? Alright, this might be the last run around on the sandwich. Yeah, 37 seconds. So, Spring Foxy, we do have a Discord. Exclamation point Discord will give you the link. However, if you are in a shorts feed, you probably will not be able to click the link. If so, you can just go back to any of my previous streams, and in the description, there will be a link to the Discord. And as far as why is Poliwhirl my favorite, it just always has been. Ever since 1999, when I first found out about Pokemon, I've just always loved the little guy. Yeah, Vigavold's very slow, but, especially with it being level 100. Save my Urban, get an Academy special, but I need to specifically get the Froakie is the issue. Male Shiny Liquid. Waffleman, I don't know if anybody does, but if someone does, let Waffleman know. You able to get one card from GameStop. You did see the PK Hex update last night to support the new shinies. There you go. Yeah, I have no shame telling people to get the shinies via, gen trades or whatever. It's ridiculous how poorly this event went. I don't think anyone should feel bad about getting a gen shiny Koraidon or Miraidon. All right, let's play some mini games here before we do the next sandwich. First off, we have our new mini game just for today. We are going to be opening up a pack of the Magic Spider-Man cards. Razzie, I'm opening this by the microphone just for you, buddy. Okay, I'm guessing this is yeah. Um, I'll put that one in the front, I guess, because that's not as exciting. Here we go. I can smell it, Dorian. They do smell interesting. All right, we got Spider, hardly know her. And then on the other side, we have Illusion Villain. That's Mysterio. It's weird that, okay, Illusion Villain. I don't know why we're not just calling it Mysterio, but it's Illusion Villain. And we got Starling, Aerial Ally, from the Miles Morales series. And Miles' girlfriend. Jerry, Dorian sent me a package in the mail that had a promo box with I don't know why I'm just showing you a box like that. Promo box with 6 packs. We got Doc Ox Huntsman again. We got Steel Wrecking Ball again. We got Grow Extra Arms. That's from Amazing Spider-Man 100. Back in 70, 70, 71, 72. And we got Risky Research. We got Gallant Citizen. That is John Jameson. J. Jonah Jameson's son. We got Oscorp Research Team. We got Terrific Team Up. We got Spider-Man and Miles going against Venom. When did Marvel trading cards exist? This is the new Magic the Gathering set, actually. There's Morbius. We got Morbius the Living Vampire. I have seen the flavor text. I'm not going to read them on stream, but I am very much looking forward to looking at all these closer. Costume Closet. Ooh, look at that. Origin of Spider-Man. That's an interesting card. It's like a sideways card. Do they run out of card ideas to do Morbius? What's your problem with Morbius, Big Cheese? Morbius is a classic Spider-Man villain. Ooh, Moreland. Moreland, the original villain of the first Spider-Man story, or Spider-Verse story. There's Spider-Gwen, Free Spirit, and it's a hollow Spider-Gwen, Airy. Effect, bite your opponent's hand, they lose one land and all tokens. Yes. And, ooh, is this the web? Okay, so this is Plains, which is a land card, but it's got the nice spider web in there. All right. You can see me playing a Spider-Man villain. Why a villain, Mewtwo? Why not a friend? Why not a Spider-Man friend? Full art planes. Oh, is that rare? I literally know less about Magic cards than I do about Pokemon cards. All right. Let's open up some packs. Anne Marie, are you here? All right, we're going to be opening up 3 packs of Lugia cards, or maybe 4 packs. I can't remember. 3 or 4 packs of Lugia cards, hoping to get the immersive or the gold card. Because I'm your friend. Gotcha, Mewtwo. Okay. Yesterday we did pull a full art shiny Glaceon EX card, which is pretty cool. Here we go. Ladian, Cherim, Vulpix, Magikarp, and hey, Poliwhirl. I do like that card. Cherim card's so cute. It is a cute card. I have what's the word I'm looking for? Unnecessary hate towards Cherim, or I guess Cherubi, because of having to shiny hunt it in Legends Arceus. Barbaracle, Sunkern, Emolga, Natu, and ooh, full art Natu, which I mean isn't anything new, but it's a full art. I Reggie rocked just now. Did I un? There's still the placeholder art for Lugia and Ho-Oh. No, they do have actual art now. I have the Ho-Oh, but I don't have the Lugia. And I now have 7,000 cards. All right, we're going to open up 2 more packs. Sherm's your second favorite Pokemon? Ooh, nice. What else was in the box? Was there a bag? Yes, Cheese. There was a bag. Hold on. I got to show Cheese and anybody else that missed it. When Dorian said that he was sending me a bag, he was not lying. This is the bag. This was the bag that was sent to me by Dorian. Thanks again, Dorian. How I say un, like that? You're missing the immersives? Yeah, I'm hoping I can get the Lugia one. I'm all hyped up about the fact that I got the Ho-Oh and somehow got 4 of the Suicunes. Alright, Slowking, Poliwag, Houndour, Wobbuffet, and Shuckle. Shuckle EX. So many, it will hold so many rocks. Alright, last pack. Here we go. Let's get some last pack luck. Still no Suicune Immersive either. May have been opening those. Maybe go back to opening that set. I just really wish we could just trade whatever cards we want, as long as it's an equal rarity. It's so unfair. Snubble, Sunkern, Horsey, Quilava, and Elemental Switch. Alright, nothing today, but that's okay. I'll survive somehow. What research did I finish? Oh, water type cards. Okay, I'm now completely done with the water type Pokemon mass event, or mass outbreak event. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, and we're back. You're so OCD you pick the pack that slipped the other way on the opposite side of the scrolly thing. Yeah, I think everyone's got their own little tradition. Like, I realize that the research has shown that as soon as you pick, open pack, it doesn't matter which pack that you pick. But, it's still fun to give a little scroll, little spin. Some people go with the opposite pack on the wheel. Some people always go for the packs that are reversed. Everyone's got their own little traditions. Just like Destiny's Child, exactly. All right, let's do this crap again. I can't believe it's taken so long to get this Froakie. In the meantime, let's play our next mini game. This mini game is called Guess the Pokemon Plush. In this game, the way it works is I have a Pokemon plush, and you have to guess what it is. It's not Slowpoke. It's not a Bruxish. Hasn't arrived yet. It's not Slowpoke. It's not the other form of Mimikyu that I bought. It's not Pichu. It's not Vigoroth. It's not Pikachu. It's not Mawile. It's not Galarian Slowpoke. If you were Razzie, the packs just pick him. What? Oh, I gotcha. Not Sharpedo, not Greninja, not Froakie. I should have picked Froakie. I should have. I got Froakie right down there where I'm pointing. But it's not Froakie. It's not Celebi, it's not Lunala, it's not Kangaskhan, it's not Eevee, it's not Litten, it's not Sylveon, it's not Lunala, it's not Fennekin, it's not Fennekin, it's not Wait What, it's not Frogadier, it's not Dhelmise, it's not Regice, but Anne-Marie is correct. It is in fact Poipole. It is Poipole. It's a little crooked, but it's okay. That is the last of the plushes that Razzie guilted me into buying. I tried to buy 2 Alola plushes the other week. I ended up buying 6 because I would order 2 and then Razzie made me feel guilty. So then I ordered 2 more and then Razzie made me feel guilty and then I ordered 2 more. Yeah. Yeah, poor me. Poor me. Alright, let's see if we can get this shiny Froakie. I only have 20 seconds left to make this sandwich. You ever just wait to run down the clock just to feel something again? They give you a whole second, 2 minutes just to put the pick in. That's crazy. Yes, it is now time to guess the Marvel superhero. It is not Spider-Gwen. It's not Venom. I gotta be honest, I genuinely can't remember if we've done this one before, but we're kind of I'm starting a new way of doing this, so there's probably gonna be some duplicates at some point. Not Venom, not Morbius, not Obnoxia the Clown, not Magic, not Spider-Man, not Spider-Man 2099, not Green Goblin, not Hulk, not Hawkeye, not Ghost Rider, not Reed Richards, not Captain America, not The Thing, not Doctor Doom. But I will take the answer of Wolverine, Mighty Munchkin, because Wolverine is a big part of this. It is X-Men. X-Men Second Genesis. I genuinely can't remember if we've done this one before or not. I apologize if we have. This is Volume 5 of X-Men. All the X-Men comics from 1975 to 1978. This includes the first appearance of the new X-Men team. Also, that means the first appearance of Nightcrawler, first appearance of Colossus, first appearance of Storm. Wolverine joins the team, very big deal. We also have, spoiler alert for a comic that came out in 1974, the first death of a Marvel superhero, or of an X-Men. Thunderbird sacrifices himself to save the world. It was sad. He dies on their first mission. That sub counts now up to 2175. If that was you, please let me know so I can say thank you. Oh my gosh, Bradford Lyon, thank you so much for subbing. Welcome to the party, pal. Here is a Christmas issue. Like all Christmases, the X-Men, fight Sentinels. That's how everyone should spend their Christmas. Also, here we go. Here's a big one. First appearance of the Phoenix. Jean Grey turns into the Phoenix. Jerry, I did send you a book that had a lot of these issues in it, correct. It also includes the original Phoenix Saga, Crown Crystal. Ooh, I didn't realize this. I didn't even know this was in here. We've seen this before, but it also includes Iron Fist 14, the first appearance of Sabretooth. That's neat. First appearance of Guardian / Vindicator from Alpha Flight. Lots of fun stuff in there. Alright, let's get to it. We're wasting sandwich time. But thank you all for playing today's mini games. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I'm a Gen X-Men. Yeah, in fact, Mewtwo, there was a comic book series. An actual comic book series that was part of the X-Men universe. That started in 1994 that was called Gen X. Well, it was called Generation X. It was the new team of young mutants. Jubilee joined it. She was like the one already established character. And then it had other people like M. That's just the letter M. Mondo, Sync, Skin, Husk. And they were mentored by Banshee and Emma Frost. the White Queen as the beginning of her real redemption arc. It was before she was an X-Man. She was slowly redeeming herself from her villainous past. Generation X starring Britney Spears. I'm not sure. What year was Britney Spears born? I think she was either born the same year as me or maybe a year after me. You're beginning to think I like comics. I do in fact like comics. And to tie it all back around, in issue 9 of Generation X, the kids fight against Omega Red. How can I forget Chamber? Chamber was like the best character introduced from that series. Chamber was a member too. 70s or early 80s? Well, yeah. I was born in 1980. Brittany, I think, is either my age or a year younger. Favorite X-Men character is Mystique. Do you know when she first appeared in the timeline? I do. So, sometimes characters won't first appear in places that you think. It has more to do with the writer. That's why, for example, Sabretooth first showed up in an Iron Fist comic, because Iron Fist was written by Chris Claremont, who was also the X-Men writer at the time. So I say that because Mystique first showed up in another comic that Chris Claremont was writing, Miss Marvel, also known as Carol Danvers. That's before she became Captain Marvel, and she was a Miss Marvel. First appearing in Miss Marvel as a cameo in Miss Marvel 17, but then full first appearance in Miss Marvel 18, which I want to say was like 79 or 80. She appeared in a few of those comics before moving over and becoming one of the X-Men villains. I'm so close to being a millennial. Yeah, I'm literally the last year of Gen X. Anyone seen the last season of Season 2 of Pokemon Horizons? I have not. I know that a new batch of episodes, I believe, just came out. One day you'll have to guess the brain interactive construct for comic book guesses. Yes. You were literally the first year of Gen Z too, or millennial adjacent. An entire generation lies between us, Ari. Your knowledge is deep. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. I love talking comics. I mean, I like talking about comics. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a talking comic. That might kind of freak me out a little bit. But I enjoy discussing comic books. Molar Controller. That's correct, Big Cheese. Good job. Gen 10 spoilers. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? You won the thing. You sure did. Good job, Cheese. Everyone's very proud of you. Where is this freaking Froakie? Who would have thought that a Scarlet Violet sandwich hunt would be what slows us down from finishing this challenge? Heard Cross is getting a TV show. Cross, that's the Image comic by... Who wrote that? Was that Gail Simone? about the housewife and the mobster that switch bodies? Is that what I'm thinking of? I enjoyed that series. I think it was only 6 issues. It was a good little mini series. You love the Mount Twist theme that plays for a few moments? Oh! Oh, wait, hold on. Infection that gives people a cross-shaped rash on their face and makes them like super evil. Okay, yeah, okay. What am I thinking of? Oh, okay, well that's Garth Ennis. That's Garth Ennis. That's a Avatar Press comic. So that doesn't surprise me. Garth Ennis has been fairly popular with uh, his TV adaptations between Preacher and The Boys, and frankly anything that's really ever been done with the Punisher. I gotta check this up though. I gotta see what I'm talking about. Okay. So the series I was talking about, it was written by Gail Simone. It was called Crosswind. Crosswind was the one I was thinking of. Okay, let's get back to it. Uh, Legitimate question about Pokemon Yellow. Does the cloning missing number thing work the same way? I I I can't help you there. I don't know if anybody here knows. I've literally never done any sort of glitch stuff, missing number stuff, cloning stuff. I've never done that type of stuff. Don't think you've heard that one. It was only like I said, I think it was only 6 issues. It came out in I think 2018. It was a fun little series, but like it wasn't it wasn't like a big seller. It wasn't like there wasn't a lot of buzz about it. It was just a fun little series. But Crossed, I have heard of that. Now that I took a look at it, and yeah, given that's Garth Ennis, I could totally see them making a TV show out of it. Break Wind is what Amber wrote. Yeah, that tracks. What the hefty indeed, Slowpoke. That's just what I was thinking. Mia, are you gonna try and get the shiny legendaries like Chem's doing in Gen 1? Nice. Good luck on that hunt. Someone DM Frokester and tell him to get his butt in here and talk to his boy. Get him to show up. He's inspired you a bit by already getting 2 of them. Yeah, genuinely, honestly, I'm surprised those hunts are going as quickly as they are. I mean, granted, it's still several thousand checks for Articuno and several thousand for Zapdos, but it is going faster than I thought it would. I thought this would be like a multi-year thing. Forgot to like. Oh my goodness gracious. Shiny Articuno from its debut gen is incredibly cool. It really is. Arceus probably had an effect on the multi-year thing. Probably so. But I mean, yeah, imagine the flex of having all 3 legendary birds and Mewtwo shiny from Gen 1, from Pokemon Red. That's wild. You're actively hunting Arceus right now. That's right, you are. You were able to finish off Legends Arceus and finished off the BDSP game. I need to get back on that hunt. I need to re-hunt Arceus and I need to re-hunt Darkrai to catch them in Premier Balls. I just really don't want to because of the resets. I hope he gets a first encounter shiny just so we can see him check like 20 times. That'd be crazy. Airy, Razzie got his Arceus the same encounter number the Ancient did, 184. I did not know that. That is wild. And I got my Arceus at what, like 5,000 something? $184 is crazy. 184 twice is even crazier. Yeah, it's wild. I miss Ancient too. Yep, his Arceus was lower than his Pheromosa. An hour at least. Yeah, I think that's a nice pace. I've been doing 2 boxes of eggs for Why Not in Ultra Sun at a time. And that's been pretty decent. I've lost a lot of the patience I used to have with Masuda. But I'm trying to build it back up, and right now I'm doing 60 eggs a clip. And it's like perfect timing for me because like by the time I get to right around 60 eggs, I'm like ready to like put the game down. But I'm trying to get back into shape when it comes to Masuda hunts because eventually we will be doing more Masuda on the channel. For those of y'all that have been around for a long time, there was a period where I did almost exclusively Masuda hunts on this channel in Sword and Shield. But I don't you know, it's like a muscle. Patience is like a muscle, and I haven't kept it in shape, and it's gotten flabby. My patience is flabby. Gina, good morning. Gina, I don't know what the heck's going on. We're on our 4th sandwich for Froakie. And I think I'm being punished for my hubris. I thought we'd be like on our 3rd sandwich for Basculin right now. Remember when Doreen got me? I do. I remember when Doreen got me. Very good. Yes, and then Dreepy popped up. Breepy broke out of the egg the second that I said that Dorian got me very good. All the Majora back-to-back playthroughs ruined your hunting patience. Yep, that's why I said he got me so good. Ari, and then do you remember when another YouTuber made a compilation video of shiny reactions from other YouTube creators and used that reaction in it? Trying to decide if you should take Friday after PLZ releases to play the game. Yeah, I'm planning on taking off the rest of the week after after the midnight release. I swear you've seen all these people in a different stream yesterday. It's possible. We do have quite a nice little community that goes across many channels. Cat through the boat. The rest of the week, yeah, because it comes out on Thursday, right? So I'm planning on taking Thursday and Friday off. Razzie, I don't know if you like genuinely retracted your messages because you mistyped something, or if you were pulling a classic Razzie retraction joke, but I didn't see either message. So hopefully you weren't trying to make me laugh. Think I'll get the copy during the day of release? Yeah, I'm going to get it at the midnight release. My GameStop is having a midnight release for Legends EA, so I'm going to go there and pick it up at midnight. And then I'm going to go home and sleep. Good morning, John Streckert. How you doing, buddy? Ramsey, agreed. Go home, sleep, wake up, sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. That's life. That sums up being an adult. Go home, sleep, wake up, sleepy. Pay bills. What's the real world equivalent of shiny hunting? Looking for blue lobsters. Or albino tortoises. You're curious to go to the midnight release as well, but you've never done it before? Alright, I'm going to explain to you, Gina. Alright, I'm going to paint you a picture. Like, are you ready? Your mind is the canvas, and my words are the brush. Here's what happens when you go to a midnight release. You'll get to the store around 11:45. There will be a lot of people in line there, mostly people that know each other, like groups of 2 or 3. You'll be by yourself. You'll be alone. You'll be avoiding eye contact and trying not to allow anyone to engage in conversation with you. At midnight, the doors will open. Everyone in line will clap, like, you know how like when like a plane lands and people try and like start a clapping thing, and it's like, why are we clapping for this? It'll be kind of like that. And then you'll go inside where you will continue to be in a line until you get to the front of the line, at which point the clerk will say name, and you'll say Gina Bina 365, and they'll be like, okay, so you pre-ordered one copy of Pokemon Legends ZA, and you'll say yes, and they'll say, okay, here you go, here's how much money you owe on it, and you'll say thank you, and they'll say also here's your tote bag, and you'll say thank you, and then you'll spend the next 5 minutes trying to wedge your way between the people behind you to get back out the front door so you can get to your car. Once you get to your car, you'll turn the overhead light on for a minute just so you can admiredly look at the case for the game. You'll take a picture of it and you'll DM it to your other Pokemon friends and say, I got it, heading home now, and then you'll get home. You'll plan on going to sleep because it is after midnight and you're tired, but you won't be able to help yourself, and you'll be like, okay, well, I'm just going to stick the game in and fire it up. If there's any sort of like first day patches or downloads needs to do, I'll go ahead and get that done so I don't have to worry about it in the morning. And so you'll do that, and then you're like, well, let me just start it up and see like the opening screen and see what that's like, and you'll do that, and then you'll be like, okay, well, let me just play until I can pick my starter. So you'll do that, and you'll be like, okay, well, now I got my starter, I'm set to go. Let me just play for a couple more minutes just to see like what the game's like. And the next thing you know, it'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then you'll be like, okay, I really need to go to bed. And then you'll get like a really fitful night's sleep, wake up earlier than you usually do, which sucks because you went to bed later than you usually do, and you'll start playing until you doze off a little bit around 9 in the morning, and you'll get yourself a new cup of coffee, walk around, wake up a little bit, and then get back on the saddle. So that's what a midnight release is in a nutshell. You clap because you lived. I mean, should I clap every day that I'm alive? Like, everybody, we're alive. Yay us. Yay us for being alive. Or like the people that clap at the end of the movie, like they think that the people that made the movie are there in the theater. So there won't be pizza. Probably not. Oh, and there will be one guy, okay? There will be one guy in the GameStop, which is already going to be packed full of all their aisles of random tchotchkes and Funko Pops and discounted Marvel Legends figures that no one bought from 5 years ago. There will also be a folding table set up with a guy that is trying to sell you old Pokemon cards. He's going to be taking up prime real estate in this building, which is packed full of people that have been awake for 19 hours. He is going to be sitting there with a whole table full of cards trying to get you to buy them. Is the guy not? I mean, he's a nice guy. He is a nice guy. But it's like, dude, I don't want your old cards, first off. And second off, like, there's a million people in this room right now trying to get their copy of ZA. We could have more than 8 inches of space to ourselves if you took the table out. And Razzie knows. Razzie knows I'm 100% accurate. I'm turning into shinies. You take that back, Mewtwo. That's the most hurtful thing you've ever said to me. Last few, please. Sorry. Okay. Hey, you guys want to see some battle styles? That sounds like him. That sounds like the dude. Slowpoke, do you guys have a store that just has basic general household needs? Anything from like paper towels to shoes to trash cans? to electronics, um, to like cheap furniture. IKEA is probably the best comparison. Yeah, IKEA would be, yeah, to oil changes, bikes, tires, potted plants. IKEA would probably be the best comparison. You could probably get a folding table at IKEA. I'd never wear a sandwich on my head. That's true. HEMA or IKEA, yeah. Potted bikes, groceries. Cheap t-shirts. Surgery and haircuts. Oh man, I love getting me some Walmart surgery. Eric, what's going on? Good to see you. I can't believe what's going on with this Froakie. Seriously, what even the heck? What is this? What is life? I have no idea what we're listening. It's so funny anyway. Thing is, Razzie, if we were playing $64,000 Pyramid, you would shout right now, things you find at Walmart. Why? What's up? You strongly resemble Smeargle. It's true. You do. I've seen a picture. At least half of you resemble Smeargle. Because I've seen half a picture of you. This is ridiculous. Another smaller Walmart that's also inside the original Walmart. Yes. We got Walmartception going on. You asked an innocent question. I wasn't triggered. I was not triggered. Y'all people on the internet be trying to act like people are upset when they're not upset. I was giving you an accurate portrayal of what a midnight game release was. I was trying to explain it in a dry but humorous way. You're not a fan of ground meat? You like air meat? Unless you missed a shiny because of the size. I don't think I've missed one. I mean, the odds here are worse than they were with the outbreak, though. But we are getting more spawns per reset. Gina, I swear to everything holy, I'm going to crash out if you say that I'm crashing out. I was giggling all stream and then Gina showed up. That's normally how my day goes. All giggles until I gotta talk to Gina. Sandwich is done. Still nothing. Classic Hefty always crashing out. Uh-huh. Explain the rose thing to me. I see a lot of people using that rose emote lately. What's the deal? Ohio 6-7 Razzie. Sometimes I just absolutely hate you. Evolution of the broken heart emoji. Thank you, Twilight, for giving me an actual answer. It's kind of like something that ruined my day. Then I need to start putting that wilting rose in every single time I stream I see you people in. GameStop midnight release can't hurt you. I know that, Gina. When did everyone get so sensitive? Your brother's calling like it's urgent, but it's not. Why? I can't answer that. I think only your brother can. It's like when something sad happens in Seinfeld. Like when George's fiance died. After you had another live crash out today. I'm just going to stop having, like, opinions on things. I'm just going to be one of those soulless yes men that whatever anyone says in the chat, I'm just going to be like, oh, I love that too. Oh, yeah, I love that too. Oh, yeah, that's cool. 70 is your combo. That's crazy, Mighty Munchkin. It's crazy how much harder it is to get Zia when you don't have a GameStop here and you won't be able to witness what Happy just said right now. Mewtwo, I will take pictures for you. It'll be like you're there. Opinions are too much to handle nowadays. Yeah, I'm just going to just agree with everything that everyone says from now on. Aren't feet so great? They sure are, Ari. They're the best. Feet are awesome. It's such a strange feeling to share a genuine, believable take and get told that you're rage baiting. Twilight, that's been my entire weekend. It's been my entire weekend, and the craziest thing is that they're not even hot takes. They're opinions that I guarantee everyone in this chat shares. You're kind of like a substitute doll. Mm-hmm. You sure are. Gina, if you're going to ask the rest of chat that question, you need to put it in the same context that you gave it to me. Because I asked a very important distinction when you asked me that question. You love agreeable fun, Hefty? I do too. You're right, Razzie. Because if you don't give context, Gina, you kind of sound a little unhinged. I literally never ever click substitute in your life. What an odd move. I can't tell if you're leaning into the bit or not, Twilight, but I have to, so I will say, me too. I've never used that once. Socks are pants for the feet. They sure are. Howdy's such a great person. Thanks, Dr. Fiend. I agree. No, you're serious? Me too. I've never used it. You love Illumise? It's your favorite four-syllable Pokemon name? Me too. What a based take, Ari. Hefty's such a lefty. He sure is. Yep, you're absolutely right, Razzie. You're 100% correct. Is this the last sandwich? Technically, the last sandwich should have been the last sandwich. I don't know if I can, in good faith, close down the stream until we get the Froakie. You're ridiculous. I agree, Big Cheese. Yes, Labubu pants or shoes. That is the question on the table. So, kind of gives you a different context than if someone were to just randomly, with no warning, DM you, which is more important, pants or shoes? I guarantee if I would have, without any context, sent a DM to somebody that said, which is more important, pants or shoes, there would be a YouTube video about me at this point. Why is pants message held? Pants? Depends on who you ask. You're so right, Razzie. You're 100% correct. She did preface it by saying it was going to be an odd question. That is true. There's a YouTube apology video of you that Shiny's made. There is, and there's a response video that I made about shinies. Guy who's about to walk on hot coals. Shoes are more important. Yes, if we're talking about hot coal walking, it would absolutely be shoes. It's been a while. Where's the frog? Did you scare it away with one of your stories? Possibly, Bulba King. Possibly. In fact, I'd say you're 100% right. You're so correct. Based take. Or it's just right here. So many people were upset about Nick's last short. He told me yesterday that he had, I think it was 30 likes and like 280 dislikes. Which cracked me up. You could say your pants and, wait, hold on. You could say your pants and use the pant legs to cover your feet. You could, Airy. But then your panties are out. That's right, Airy. That's 100% correct. Then your panties would be out. Based take. Stop using substitute, please. Team Agreeable Fun Hefty. That's right, Razzie. What if Froakie has takedown? It doesn't. Based, you're so gosh dang right. Based on fact and truth. You're right, Airy. 100%. What did Shinies do for all that hate? Gina, he put out a short Friday night, explained to people how they could get the Shiny Miraidon and Koraidon without the GameStop code. And it involved getting Scarlet and Violet, going to a particular Pokemon Center, talking to the Pokemon Center lady, telling her that you do not want to heal, then going to the store guy, selling exactly $3,000 worth of items to him, then going into mystery gift, then put in the code, putting in the universal code of S1 UYB 2025, and then download the Pokemon, and then shove it up your butt. And it had the office clip afterwards. The reason I say this whole thing, the reason I'm giving away the whole joke of the video, is there was something very interesting about it when it comes to learning about the psychology of YouTube Shorts watchers. The entire video is 1 minute 47 seconds, and this 1 minute 47 second video ended with a 7 or 8 second clip of The Office of Stanley saying "shove it up your butt," so that it was an obvious troll. We can talk about if it was in good taste or not, but that's not the point. The point is that this 1 minute 47 second video, which by the end is clearly a joke, all the comments were full of, "This doesn't work, I'm having trouble, I'm following the directions and it's not working," and people complaining that his instructions weren't working. What are we doing? How are we failing? I guess I'm crashing out again. How are we failing as a society so poorly that people actually believed it and thought something was incorrect? People were following the instructions and thinking they were doing something wrong. How are we at that point? People are dumb. Yeah, they are. I mean, including shinies. AKA people that don't watch the entire thing. The entire 1 minute 47 second video. This boggles the mind. You want to say, why are you like this, Nicholas? I think everyone should tell him that every day. All right, we got the Froakie. Tell a ride to a shiny. That's right, we got the shiny. Let's get some nature guesses in the chat. You like to think they tried the entire advice and had to go to the hospital? That would be amazing. You thought it was funny as a joke from the get-go. It could have been how to win the lottery without buying a lottery ticket. You should have known it's impossible from the title. Absolutely, Jerry. It's also not the first time shinies have made that exact same joke. He did it when Scarlet and Violet came out too. It's literally the same joke as one of his previous shorts. But we got lax, modest, hasty, lax, adamant, modest, sassy, naughty. Sassy. You're going to crash the F out. Ari, you're always crashing. It's hasty. Okay, mild, rash, naughty. Why are these messages being held? Because YouTube has gotten super picky lately. I don't know, Ari, what's causing it, but I will say I think the timing is interesting, that the YouTube auto hides got so much more touchy around the same time that they introduced the AI auto age checker. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Like right around the same time they started rolling out this AI that's going to figure out how old you are, is about the same time that the like simple messages started getting hidden. So I don't know if that's related or not. Yeah, we did finally get a Bulba King. Why hide a mod message? No, the mod messages aren't getting hidden, Gina. It's that very simple messages are getting hidden, and then the poor mods have to unhide them. It's just ridiculous. Number of experience points is making you go a little paranoid. Isn't that wild? It was the same way with the Froakie I caught Friday night. 199,999 experience points. It's so crazy. Your emergency account got flagged for age verification. Did you verify it? I'm just curious. I still don't know where I land on the whole thing. I think that there needs to be um, better checks in place for what young people can access. But there is also an argument to be made about privacy and having to, prove your age via, um, identifying paperwork. You haven't gotten any messages being hidden to your knowledge, John. You would not know those. So here's the thing, and some people might not know this. Like okay, I'll give you a perfect example that's very topical and comes up a lot. A lot of shiny hunting Pokemon channels, when they get a shiny, do like I do and say, let's get some nature guesses. And a popular nature that a lot of people guess is naughty. There's absolutely nothing wrong with someone putting the word naughty in chat because we're talking about nature guesses. And if you type naughty in the chat, you will see naughty in the chat. However, YouTube will flag that message and it will hide it. Meaning, even though you see the message naughty on your side, no one else will. Okay, well, John, thank you for just disproving me. Come on now. How come that one didn't get flagged, YouTube? Typically, though, naughty will get flagged, and no one in the chat other than you will be able to see it until a mod approves the message. Mewtwo just typed naughty. It's being hidden. That's wild. John Strecker types naughty. It doesn't get hidden. Mewtwo types naughty. It does get hidden. So that's a perfect example of what we're talking about. Anyway, I'm going to say it's impish. Naughty like Hex Dragapult. Twilight's message got hidden. Doreen's message got hidden. Mighty Munchkin's message got hidden. All right, that's enough. Aries going to destroy me if we keep this up. But point proven. All right, let's see what the ooh, it is a quiet nature. Quiet nature, no mark. Squirt got hidden as well, cheese. And yep, now Airy has just quit. All right, let's evolve this Froakie. Quiet isn't bad. No, it's not. Typically, I think a lot of people would think of Froakie as a physical attacker, but I think it's got pretty decent special attack stats too, right, Twilight? What's after Froakie? I leave is what what happens after Froakie. Y'all can unhide your own messages. That's right. Crash squared. How do you do that, Airy? Yeah, that's a squared. How do you make a squared, Airy? How you do that? Mixed attacker but prefers oh, it prefers special. Okay. Hold down 2 on your phone. Okay, interesting. There we go. There's our shiny Greninja. You know what, Twilight? I think I always assumed it was a physical attacker because of Water Shuriken. You guys are just really, really blowing my mind with all the stuff you're doing. Oh, Water Shuriken's special? I always thought it was physical. That was unexpected. All right, let's put this away. You only learned Water Shuriken's priority like recently? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's because of Shuriken. I always thought that Water Shuriken was a physical move. Yeah, Twilight Aerie is a lot smarter than us though. Here's the female Froakie I got the other day. And then here's a female Squirtle I just found this morning. So that's neat. I don't remember if I checked to see if it had a ribbon. It does not. Timid female Squirtle. That is a unique hefty right there, John. Okay, let's see. How much time do we have left? We have 10 minutes. Let's go see if we can find a Basculin. You just want our praise? I will praise you like I should, Aerie. I will praise you like I should. Greninja doesn't get fake out. Don't know why he doesn't, but he does have Dollar Tree fake out, which is King's Rock Fling. That is the Dollar Tree fake out. All right, let's see what we get here. Oh yeah, and I have encounter on. Ugh. Ooga. We're gonna get so many Lotads and Lombres. It's gonna be redonk. Area of the best Giratina profile picture 2025. Very true. You're right. You're 100% correct. I agree with that. Think you might go back to it? I think that's a great idea. You should do that. Oh my god, Agreeable Fun Hefty is live. He sure is. You're right, Razzie. You're correct. I agree. You missed the Giratina PFP? Me too. You're so right. Prom PFP is fun because you adore him, but nobody beats Tina. I know. You're 100% right. That's a base to take. Tina is an icon. I know, right? Giratina is so airy. Very much airy. Very airy. Tina equals Jet 2 Holiday, right? Razzie, very good. Razzie is very good. You're right. Okay, low-key, we're getting more Basculin spawns in here than I thought we would. Oh, this is the... Let's just knock this guy out. Thank you all for hanging out here. You guys are awesome. I don't know if we're going to hit the like goal, but, you know, we never know till we try, right? I love you, Eel. I do too. Is Giratina a giraffe? Absolutely. Based take. Giratina is a giraffe. 100%. You're so right. I agree with that. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay, good. It wasn't enough. I thought I had to get to the red. That Quagsire's Poison Terror. He wants to be Paldean, right, Twilight? It totally does. Third Eye Blind, right? Beast, take. The other two, okay. The other two are okay. You're right about that, Razzie. We're getting a lot of views at the moment. So if anyone new is coming in and you're wondering why I'm acting like such a goober, we're doing this fun thing now where I just agree with everything that people in chat say because that way they stop picking on me as much. So everyone in chat just has the best opinions ever, and I agree with every single one of them. Why does my level 100 Beacon Volt have a bite? Because that's what it has. And you're 100% right. It does have that Twilight. Agreeable Hefty is something. You're so right, Jerry. Hefty, could you do a Falcon Punch? I sure could. I sure could, Mewtwo. Agreeable Fun Hefty sounds so familiar, but you can't put your finger on it. Me either. You're so right, Razzie. Dreadnought is handsome. The handsomest Pokemon that ever existed, Twi. Do you know Corviknight Shiny is actually bronze? You're so right, Amber. Corviknight Shiny is totally bronze and not at all gray. Do you agree the Spanish Inquisition was staged by the tribesmen of the African islands? 100%. Now that is some fraudulent information, right, Twilight? It certainly is fraudulent information. Golurk is cool. What's going on, Golurk? What's going on indeed? Welcome in. I'm actually a big fan of Golurk myself. It's my favorite ground-type Pokemon. My favorite ground-type Pokemon. All this green has made it hard for me to talk. You're good? I'm glad to hear that. You are good. Do you think you could get Shiny Pheromosa and less DAs than Razzie? That's not an opinion, that's a question. It certainly is a question that you have asked. 100% it is. You hope there's a Mega Golurk? I do too. Do you know that many people think Shiny Tinkaton's hammer is made from a Shiny Corviknight, but that's actually not true? That's right. That's right, it isn't true. Don't you agree pants deserve to be worn as shirts? I do agree with that. You are cool, Dorian. You're so right, I am cool. 100%. Do you know your favorite grunt type is Vibrava? You're right, Airy. You're right, Airy. My favorite grunt type is Vibrava. Alright, Chad, that's enough. That's right. That is enough. Razzie's right. Let's get him canceled now. Yes, let's do that. Hefty needs to make another lawn mowing stream, uh-huh. I mowed the lawn yesterday. It is wild that ever since I started being agreeable, YouTube has sent more people to the stream. It's just like getting Nick to make a PB&J sandwich all over again. It sure is. Huh? Choodle. Gosh dang it. Gee, why do you hate Trico? Yeah, I hate Trico. You're so right, Ari. Are you going for 3 of these? Overall, yes, John. I do already have one. So I just need 2 more, one of which I need to be a female. Why did you say those things about Chem? Because I was agreeing with you. Shiny Trico is wonderful. It really is. If I'm going down, Razzie, I'm taking you all with me. Isn't Greek yogurt awesome? It is awesome. Oh, come on. I don't even know if the sandwich is still going. Yes, Ari, that does sound good. We got 10 seconds left on the sandwich. I might, despite everyone disagreeing, including myself, I might just make an encounter sandwich next time. I feel like I got way more spawns in here than I normally do when I do this hunt. Could I make a chem sandwich live? I sure could. Okay, well, that was fun. I enjoyed all of the topics we discussed today and the thoughts everyone had. Thank you to the new subs. Peanut butter, mayo, and ketchup. That's a sandwich. And thank you to Loops for the 18 months of membership, Dice Art Universe for the 33 months, Johto Jerry for the 10 months. We're going to open up one more Magic the Gathering pack. Again, big hype, big shout out to Dorian Dice Art of the Dice Art Universe for sending me these Magic the Gathering Spider-Man packs. I love your sunny disposition these days. I do too, Razzie. And Razzie, here's another pack opening just for you. Sir Ralph, what's up? Good to see you. I destroyed this man's soul. That's right, you sure did, Ari. You sure did destroy that man's soul. Here we go. We got Robot, and the other side is Food. Robot and Food. Ooh, that's a good looking dog right there. I would eat the heck out of that. We got Professional Wrestler. We got Scorpion's Sting. We got... Oh, I'm sorry, Big Cheese. I'm not reading chat at the moment. I'm just focusing on the packs. Wild Pack Squad. We got the regular Doc Ock. So I got the regular Doc Ock and the Hollow Doc Ock. We got Taxi Driver, everyone's favorite character from Spider-Man. We got Lurking Lizards. We got Mob Lookouts. We got Bagel and Schmear. What's this game even about? Magic the Gathering? It's about cards. We got Pictures of Spider-Man. School Days. We got Supportive parents. Well, this shouldn't be in a Spider-Man pack. That's like having a Batman set and having supportive parents. Oh, those are Miles's parents. Okay, those are Miles's parents. We got Arachne, the former Spider-Woman. We got Wild Pack Squad Hollow. And we got Savage Mansion. Why was there like a million cards in the pack? There's 14 cards in every pack. We're going to open up one more just because I'm having fun. Screw it. We're going to open up another pack. Mansions are savage, right? You really miss Agreeable Fun Hefty? Yeah, I miss when Hefty was fun. Ken, we did. We got the shiny Froakie on the end of the, or about with 10 minutes left on the fourth sandwich. Or fifth. It was the fifth sandwich. All right, here we go. We got Spider. And on the other side, we got Illusion Villain. Nope, I get Miguel. I hope I do too. Then I can give him some supportive parents. All right, we got. Ooh, Stegron. Stegron the Dinosaur Man. Froakie was very hungry. We got Kapow. We got. Is that Swarm? It is Swarm being a beast. Is this pack just like full of like D-grade meme villains? Stegron and Swarm in the same pack? We got Starling, Aerial Ally again. Doc Ock's Henchman. Hold on. Should I do like... well, no, I can't bend my arm that way. What is this? Venomized Cat. It's a cat that's been venomized. Ken, these are the Magic the Gathering Spider-Man cards that just came out. Skyward Spider. Vibrant Cityscape. Pokemon the Gathering, that's right. Spider-Man. What does it say? Hatred Honed. Oh, Spider Slayer. Spider Slayer. Okay, it's a Spider Slayer. Aunt May. Wall Crawl. Yep, Pokemon collabed with Magic and Marvel. Interdimensional Web Watch. Inner Demons Gangsters. Ah, those are the henchmen of Mr. Negative. And Sinister Hideout, which is not a holo. We got two left. Let's just go ahead and open them. PSA 10 Aunt May. Which Aunt May was best in the movies? I would personally say that the Rosemary Harris from the Sam Raimi movies was the most accurate Aunt May. Comics accurate Aunt May, but my favorite portrayal was the Sally Field Aunt May from the Andrew Garfield's. I mean, yeah, Marissa Tomei is a great actress too, but All right, we got Treasure. Martin Sheen was a great Uncle Ben, too. And Spider. We got... How did I do this last time? There we go. Amazing Acrobatics. That's another Spider-Gwen card. We got Spider-Gwen Free Spirit again. What's up with all the Maze Hospital visits in the comics? If you breathe on her, she has a heart attack. We got Grow Extra Arms again. We got Risky Research again. We got Daily Bugle Reporters. Is that Robertson? Yep, that's Joe Robertson, and that's Joe Robertson, and then there's Betty Brant. Mega Machamp. What, did you just look in the mirror, Twilight? We got News Helicopter. Spider-Man No More Classic storyline. That's actually straight from the comics. That's a beautiful card. They print the comics on the same paper Aunt May is made of, Razzie. That's clever. Spider Islanders again. Alien symbiotes or symbiosis? Alien symbiosis. Spider Bite Web Warden. The Spots Portal. Ooh. There's a severe lack of clever today. I miss Kieran. I'm glad someone does. Anti-Venom. And, ooh, a Hollow Spider-Man No More. And Island. With water energy. What? What, Dorian? What did I pull that was good? It is the Brooklyn Bridge. The Anti-Venom? Okay, yeah. Is that a good card? The Anti-Venom Horrifying Healer? When Anti-Venom enters, if he was cast, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. If damage would be dealt to Anti-Venom, prevent that damage and put that many +1 counters on him. Ooh! That does sound like a good card. It's a chase card in the set. Nice. Alright, one last pack. People be coming in here because I'm, like, supposedly streaming Pokemon, and they're just watching me open Magic the Gathering Spider-Man packs. That's pretty funny. Last pack magic. Alright, we got Treasure / Human Citizen. We got Wrecking Ball. We got Guy in the Chair. We got Venom's Hunger. Hold on a second. There. Put the light down so you guys can see it a little bit better. Starling again. Amazing Acrobatics. Lurking Lizards. Mob Lookout. Beagle and Schmear. Spider Bite. Alien Symbiosis. Ooh, it's Spider. Ooh. know, some people like Spider. That's the Penny Parker. I love you, Evangelion. Uh, quick trivia fact about Penny Parker and the Spider Evangelion robot. First appeared in Edge of Spider Verse 4, I believe. And was written and created by Gerard Way. Of course, also famous for writing Umbrella Academy and being in a band called My Chemical Romance. Kiro, what's going on, Kiro? Good to see you. We got rocket powered Goblin Glider. Ooh, ooh! I can tell this is a good card. Been busy with family, been a while. Hello, everyone. Kiro, it's so good to see you. Dorian, are you okay? Got what I'm going to assume is like the full art Spider-Man Noir. And we got fire energy. Mountain. That alt art goes hard. Yeah, it also has lizard, vulture. Well, it looks like another version of vulture. It's hard to tell. It's hidden by the title. And then I believe that's Moreland. Oh, and there's more villains down there underneath. There's a Green Goblin, and I can't tell who that is. It's not close enough to see. Whoa. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. So you can't really tell, but behind the text, there's more characters. It's gonna be kind of hard to show you. I don't want the light to reflect too much. But you can see like there's more characters behind the text box. Right here, that is the Doctor Octopus from the 1990s cartoon right there. See? Can't you tell? No, that one jumped out right away at me. Go back to police reporter helicopter. Yeah. Which pack was that in, Airy? You had a toy of that, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, Razzie. So that card is that card is part of a full art set from there. Okay. Um, yeah, Ari, was it in this pack or was it in a previous pack? Because I don't have a pack, or I don't have. Okay, second to last. All right. At this point, we're just farting around. Third to last. Oh my gosh. Up that one. Just want to see if there's an itty bitty Miguel. Itty bitty Miguels are my favorite Miguels. Oh, there we go. News helicopter. I can't make out who that is, Ari. You're funny today. So are you, Mewtwo. And I agree, I am funny. Yeah, Cheese. I'll show you the anti-venom here, one here in a second. I can't tell. It kind of looks like classic Spider-Man, but I mean, it's so small. Like I can't even tell if it's red and blue. It just looks like it might be red and blue. You know what I mean? All right. Was this the anti-venom pack? We're just having fun now. We're just chilling. We're just having a chat stream. That's a thing, right? People have, just chill and chat streams. Dorian, this was such an unexpected but awesome thing. Here we go. Geez, here's the anti-venom. It's not hollow, it's just regular. So what was interesting is it seems like the first two packs had two hollows in them, and then the other four only had one hollow, which I'm not complaining about. But it just from the first two packs, I thought that every pack would have two hollows, but I guess that's just a chance thing. I really like that Spider-Man Noir though. Okay, I think we've been farting around long enough. It is wild how we literally got like 600 more views in the last 45 minutes of stream after I started agreeing with everybody. That's wild. Maybe I should just be nicer to everyone in the future. All right, but guys, take care. Do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do and for no other reason. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care and bye bye.